All right, guys, let's welcome back to Swan Talk. This is episode number 2, second weekend. We are putting out new videos every Thursday for the podcast. It goes out on our channel right here, Thursday nights at 6 o'clock p.m., and then it'll be on the other platforms, Spotify, Apple. You'll be able to listen to an audio version on Fridays. Yeah, I just want to go ahead and let y'all know that we'll be uploading every Thursday. And we're going to go ahead and jump into it. We got a couple deals we're going to talk about today. There was some drama with NPK. We'll get to that here in a little while. First off, I want to start off with the Christmas tree race. Mike, you didn't get to go. You left. You went to Tennessee. Mike went up to Tennessee. How's Pops doing?
He's doing all right now, but, it's just a matter of time.
How old is he?
93.
Damn.
I thought he was 89.
No, he's 93.
He's up there. Is he still running around?
Yeah. He's trying to, but
That's
he can't
good.
see, He's just an old man.
So Mike was going to go down to Cleetus's Christmas tree drags with us. We were taking Prenup down there. He was actually going to take his car, but he was a little bit late to the deal and wasn't able to get a tech card. They were sold out.
Didn't know.
Yeah, but I mean, I said it. I called. I said, dude, I think this deal's going to sell out, and they did.
Right.
So me, Slinky, and the guys, we went down there, we went down there to just make a couple passes and try to run our grudge race. That's their 4th year of doing it. This is the fourth year of doing the Christmas tree drags. And I'm going to go ahead and say that it was a packed house. I mean,
I'll agree with that. There was probably as many people there, if not more, than our Street Outlaws. They were packed. No doubt.
Mike, I'm not exaggerating, man. There were so many people. Dude, it was kind of similar to U.S. Street Nationals.
Right.
To watch some people put 6-foot Christmas trees on their car.
Spectator-wise, though, it was more.
Yeah.
Because U.S. Street Nationals, you got all the racers, and there's 5-6 people with each racer. I'm talking just straight spectator. There's way more. Because when I left, I checked out a little early. When I left, the line was all the way to the Wawa up there. What is that, Lakewood Ranch Boulevard?
Yeah. Dude, that's probably
bump,
2 miles.
They were
at least.
a lot further than that. They were try about 5 or 6. They were bumper to bumper from Lakewood Ranch Boulevard all the way.
And it was second round of eliminations. Going into second round.
And he called me. I'm on the interstate. And he's like, hey, man, I got it fixed. I'm like, bitch, I ain't turning around coming back. That fucking line I just saw, it'd take me 2 hours to get down there.
So we went down there and we made a first pass off the trailer. Everything was good. But we broke a spring and came back and,
you broke the throttle linkage
I
too.
broke the throttle linkage too, but that was a simple fix. So, we broke the spring. And I was like, I want to fix it, but I guess we couldn't find the part at the time. The parts to be able to fix the tool, it wasn't in the right place inside the trailer. So we searched, and there's nobody else on the property that's going to have the same setup that I have.
Right.
So I was like, all right, it is what it is. I don't want to chance it. It just broke the inner spring. So on our springs, there's two sets of springs inside the deal. It broke the inner spring, and I didn't want to chance it going out there and breaking the spring, and we dropped the valve. So Dad left, and then, we're starting to load up. And, dude, you got to, swallow the gum. You're killing me.
Man, fuck you.
Swallow and learn how to chew or something. But we went out there and broke a spring, went to go fix it, didn't find it. Well, he left. Well, then, we're loading stuff up, and I found it. It was just in the drawer. I just so happily was throwing something in the drawer, opened it up.
He looked. That's different.
He asked him. I looked through the whole trailer. It should have been, listen, it should be where I put it. It should be inside the box of where the stuff is to be able to fix the springs.
Right.
That's where it should be. It wasn't in there.
Do you know how many times me and Brian go behind him and find stuff that he says, it ain't there. Can't find it.
But
because he don't look.
Where it was at was out there in the drawer outside the outside the trailer. We have a little toolbox or whatever that's mounted.
The one that hangs on the door.
Should never be there. But I had to take the Zeus's out of the front end and the extra ones we had, and I just threw them down in there, and I found it. So I told Slink, I said, man, I think we could fix it. But let me call Dad and see if he'll turn around and come back. And then that's when he told me that the line was, miles long.
Right.
I wasn't even exaggerating.
And he wasn't turning around and getting into it, and going that. So I was like, all right, maybe he's not here. I said, we'll just load up.
I already
we'll
had
go
another
home.
run built though.
Yeah,
So,
we were ready to go make another pass.
I'd already had my second run built, so he already had a tune-up to go.
But so with that being said, I was like, do I fix it or, guys, he's sick. He's just gonna have to deal with it. That's nasty.
Fucking shit you gave me.
No, hey man, can you turn my headset down a little bit? Take that first one over to the left. Yeah, turn it down.
How you think I
hear
feel?
I hear Chewbacca over
You
here
just
chewing.
you gotta listen to it. How do you think I feel?
God, Lee. I apologize, guys. But anyways, so we were gonna fix the spring, and I was like, do I fix it or do I go home because he's not there? And usually I don't race without him. I had nobody there that could back me up and all that. He came up with a solution. There was a buddy of ours there, Tyler. He said he can back me up. So I said, all right, I'll go ahead and fix it. So now, on my motors, it's a one-piece rocker stand. So you got to take the whole stand off, do everything. And then for some reason, my stuff had gotten loaned out to be able to change springs on other people's cars. So we didn't have the right setup to be able to do the put air in the cylinder to be able to put against it. So I said, okay, I'll just go ahead and roll the piston all the way up to the top so the valve will just hit the top of the piston and then it can't fall in. It was good getting it off because, the spring was broke. It easily compressed, was able to do it. But because the valve went down, because the piston don't come all the way up to the top, the valve went down a little bit. I was fighting it, trying to get the other one to go back on.
Yeah.
So then I said, all right. So what I did was take one of my compression gauges and took the valve stem out and put air to it. Well, I learned something. Because I had all the rocker arms off, and when I put air to the cylinder,
Started turning.
and then it started turning. Well, I mean, yes, it did, but it pushed that piston down in the hole. Guess who you think was holding the valve? Slinky. You know what Slink does? Drops it.
No.
Dude, I watched the valve slowly goes down in there. So luckily, I released the air real quick because I was trying to get the air to connect, and that's where we were at. Well, Slinky let it go so he could try to help me, but I didn't need your help. I was doing the air hose. So anyways, I pulled it out. The piston done fell down, and I'm watching this valve just slowly go down. I went to go try to grab it, and I couldn't get it, and it fell down. And I'm like, man, now I done tore this apart. Now I wanted to just go home. I wanted to fix it later, doing all this, and now the valve's down there. Well, now the valve is on top of the piston. So I'm like, all right, I'll just turn it, push it back up. Well, the bad thing about it is I didn't know which way to actually go to if I was going to allow the valve to go down farther or bring it back up. So I had to sit there for a little bit and try to go back and forth to see when it was finally going to go. But then we went ahead and got it to go the right way, brought it up, I grabbed it, changed it. It was the luckiest thing ever. Now I got all the right stuff and everything. I put it all in the box. I put a tape on the box. Don't nobody touch this box. We are not loaning this box out to nobody. Anybody that needs to change it, I'm going to go ahead and let them know now. If you need to change your stuff at the track, go buy your own shit. Done. I'm not loaning it out, and I'm going to have a team meeting with everybody whenever we come back from the holidays, and there'll be no more loaning shit out. We're done.
Not even to your baby boy, Kai?
Done. I like him and everything. And
All y'all got to do is tell them leave your driver's license.
That's not even that. They bring it back, and that's the reason why the stuff wasn't back in the box, because we did. And I called Brian. Oh, yeah, Sunshine brought it to me, but I can't really remember where we put it. Should have just went right in the box. But if we didn't loan it out, we wouldn't have this problem. I paid for being there. I did my due diligence and make sure I got the right stuff to be able to work on my shit.
I get it.
So there will be no more loaning stuff out, and I'll make it clear to everybody. Everybody will have to either ask me, and then I'm going to make the decision if we're going to loan it out or not, because it was miserable. But we got it fixed, went out there, made our second pass. I called Dad up, and I said, hey, at that time, Leroy had hurt a rocker arm, and Jack Stan Jimmy had to go home and get a rocker arm from his setup on one of his cars to be able to fix that. So I said, okay, well, I'm going to go make another shakedown. Going out there, and that's when we had Tyler backing us up. Did a great job. Everything was good. I think he had me a little crooked. That car is very hard to line up back there, but
It's not really as hard to line up. It's just if you don't get it straight and it carries the wheels for 200 or 300 foot, if it's starting to move, if it's not perfectly straight and you can't, if it's carrying the wheels, you can't steer it. So that's really what it boils down to. It's not that it's hard to line up. There's 3 points on it. When I called Tyler, I called him and said, "Hey man, this was back when you told me you were going to fix it and you said you were going to run it." I said, "Okay." I said, "Well," I'm going to call Tyler to back you up. And the only reason why I called Tyler is because he's from that area. He's raced with his dad all this time, and he's raced for a long time, and I knew he could handle it. So I called him and said, "Hey, man, I need you to go help Justin." I said, "I left the track already." I said, "You need to set the bars at these measurements. I'll text you to tell you the measurements. I'll tell you what tire pressure." I said, "Just make sure he's lined up straight." I said, "There's 3 points on that car: the back vent pipe, the antenna in the roof, and the center bolt on the hat." I said, "Those are the 3 points you use to get that car pointed straight down the track. You can't look down the body lines of that car because the back of the body kind of rolls in. I mean, that car's pretty aerodynamic. The back rolls in, the front does some crazy shit too. So you can't look down the side because there's not a body line to look at. So you have to use the 3 points over the top of the car to get it lined up." But I knew Tyler would be able to do it, and that's the most important thing is just make sure you get the car pointed straight because wherever you point it, that's where it's going.
And it did. It drove a little bit left and went up and it carried the wheels out there. And being on a prep track, I mean, it was digging to get down through there. And it drove up on the center line. So I got out of it. And then we come back and, we had to kind of rush it. So we didn't put the car up on jacks. We didn't do nothing. I wanted to get ready for this grudge race. So I went ahead and just went through all the valves, make sure everything was good before we go out there. And, I told Dad what we had going on. And he's like, "Well, you can just take or put a little bit of preload in it." But the problem is I didn't put the car up on jacks. So I said, "It is what it is." So I just told Tyler, "I know it's your first time. Let's go out here. Let's just make sure. Let's try to get this as straight as possible." We went out there and ran our grudge race. And we had to give, Jack Stand a half a second on the tree. And he went 000 on the light. I went 052. He showed me at the other end deal. So, he had a half a second there.
He killed it.
Plus, he had 5 numbers on the tree.
Right.
And I had to clear him at the other end. I didn't see his lights drop. I just seen him, jump out there on me. And when I seen my tree, I let go of the button. I went 052, but I really didn't think I was going to catch him.
Which is still a good light, though. I know you said you didn't cut a good light, but when you have to set at home and you have a staggered tree.
I watched him leave. I watched him go out there. Like one eye was just out of the peripheral.
It's hard to be disciplined to not get distracted. Even an 050 light on a pro tree is a good light. There's nothing wrong.
So watching him go down through there, and then I try to stay focused on my lane, but this guy's out pretty far on me. So I really didn't think I was going to catch him. And then I don't know, about 300 foot is when I was starting to reeling in, and about 400 foot I was catching really bad. And then he ended up going, 154 mile an hour.
Is that a no-time car?
Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't talk about what it runs.
Oh. Well, it don't matter what. He told me he went 150 mile an hour.
Yeah.
But that's the difference between 150 and 200 mile an hour. Because he told me, he said about 500 foot, and then 550, I was already around him. And then I just, I was able to.
You caught him early on, though. You caught him just past the 330, at least from what the video looks like.
So that's where it came out. It came out pretty good, and we were able to pull off the win and get that. And it was an exciting race. I mean, it was more for like the bragging rights. We didn't put no money on it. He just wanted to do it just to try it, and I was all for it to try it too. But I got to watch him make a couple passes going down through there, and it was an exciting deal. But that whole race was exciting to watch. They had a full field. It wasn't like they only had 10 or 11 cars show up. They had a full 32-car field with 6-foot Christmas trees on it, lit up.
Oh, yeah.
Making passes to the quarter mile. And these guys were out there running 610, 612, 615 in the quarter with 6-foot trees hanging off of them. Just get it. That did the fans.
So that's a quarter mile race.
It's a quarter mile race. It's not an 8th mile.
Ooh.
So a quarter mile. I don't know. What is 8th mile for that? They were going 610 to 620.
Yeah, so 620s will run.
That's probably what, like 460, 470?
We'll run what's that say, 405?
Yeah.
Yeah, so if they're going 620s, they can go 405. Worst case scenario.
That's hauling the tree.
I'm gonna say 405 is pretty pretty solid right there. That's probably, if they're really going 620s, then they're running low 4.0s.
Yeah. So
Is that what Cleetus' car ran?
Mm-hmm.
That thing's pretty fucking fast then.
Yeah, or I'm sorry, maybe it was 720s. Maybe
Yeah,
it
I
was
thought it went
720s.
699 or something.
And Garrett went 680s. Yeah, maybe it was 720s.
Yeah, that's more like it.
Because Garrett has been 638 or something. He's been like 420s in the 8th.
Yeah.
And
Well, I slept, when I found out I was going to go to Tennessee.
Yeah.
Heidi didn't get off work till 9.
444 is what a 680 is. 680.
so yeah, that's probably where they're at.
So I took a nap. And then we got on the road when she got home. And we stopped at that damn Buc-ee's and all that shit. And we got back out on the interstate, and we were out somewhere around Atlanta, or just on the other side of Atlanta. Here's this truck, little S10. It's got its Christmas tree on the back of it. So them people traveled.
No, they travel everywhere.
From far away.
This dude's fan base,
Yeah, Cleetus has a huge fan base.
dude, just completely just coughed everywhere. No cover, no nothing.
Hey, bitch, you got me sick.
I
don't
didn't.
care.
I don't understand why you keep saying me.
Yeah, because you motherfuckers are dragging your old sick ass up around in the house.
Man. But it was an all around great event. I mean, and that's why I said that his fan base is through the roof.
Oh, yeah.
His line for his merch, 8
But
mile long.
He's got like 2 million, over 2 million.
Oh,
followers,
I think he's like 3.7 million now.
Yeah.
I think he's got a total of like 7 or 8 million across all platforms. Like he is grown, and that's not even counting the pay-per-view. So you got all these people there watching. Then you got everybody that's around the world paying for pay-per-views.
And there
all
was
that.
people that paid for that too.
Yeah.
I saw him talking about it on the
No
internet.
deal. But it was a good deal. So I want to thank him for letting us go out there. It was an awesome deal. And, that was the second year I did it. First year, we broke the rear gear, first pass. So going out there, making that pass, and we broke the spring, I'm like, dude.
The problem is,
First
though,
pass was-
when you go out there, so that track is so glued up because everybody has radials. So I told Justin, I went out there and walked it. I was like, man, I'm telling you, that truck is so
Oh, y'all
full of
missed
glue.
it. Slinky fell. Slinky got, Slinky, what is it, pigeon-toed? So Slinky got pigeon-toed and flat-footed, face planted. I'm in the car dying. It took 3 of them to get him up off the track. He was so stuck.
I'll tell you though, that's the difference. That's a lot of. I saw some people put on the internet about, are you put on, are you going to rent it out? People say it's not a proven car anymore, but that car is on track again. That car is 100%. For it to go down that tight ass racetrack like that, it come off the trailer, went 3 for 3 right on down, and it ran good. I mean, it went 960. I wasn't trying to run harder, but I could still go 940s down that track, and I could have ran a good number out there, but that wasn't what we were trying to do. It still ran fast. I mean, anybody that knows what 960s would do in a car like that, you can kind of figure out what the car ran out there. But that car, like I said, to go down that tight racetrack like that, and we didn't shake the tires, that car's back on point now. I mean, that car is ready to race.
It's running good right now. It's doing a good deal. But so let's go ahead and move forward into we're gonna do into our question segment. We're gonna do one of these every podcast, and these are questions for my dad from y'all back home. Y'all ask questions, and I kind of write them down. So we're gonna do a couple questions. First one is, how'd you learn how to tune, and what power adders have you worked with?
Yeah, fucking shit up. That's how I learned how to tune. I mean, I burnt motors up, tore shit up. I mean, I never really had nobody teach me how to tune. I just kind of, worked with whatever I've had ever since I was young. When we were younger, we ran nitrous motors, and I kind of figured out formulas on that stuff of everything has a formula and has a percentage to fuel ratio. And then, kind of moved over to EFI, and I tuned those big, the big 959s, the Musi motors. So I kind of had to learn EFI, and then, then you switch to a Pro Charger. So I had to learn that, and then you switch to the screw blower. So I had to learn that. So yeah, I mean, I had to adapt.
Had to stay up with the times.
There wasn't nothing else I could do about it. I had to adapt. If not, you were gonna have to pay for a tuner.
I ain't gonna lie, we used to burn some shit up.
We did. When we had our nitrous
even before
combos.
you.
Yeah, we had our nitrous combos. It was pretty rough.
We didn't burn much up with them though. I mean, we ran.
You're
that
crazy. That one with Apocalypse, we were fucking fixing that thing every weekend.
But listen, that one Musi motor we ran for 3 years and never touched that thing until you fucked it up in Georgia.
I didn't. Y'all did that. That wasn't me.
The fucking distributor belt jumped and you just stayed right in it until it just quit running.
It was good though. It was a good lick.
Listen, Hey, I push the pedal to the floor. That's all I do.
Right.
All right. This one is for your cooking. What is your favorite meat to smoke?
I don't really have a favorite one, to be honest with you. I like everything. Whatever I feel like cooking, I just put my all into it because I want it to taste good. So I don't really have a preference, to be honest with you.
What's your best one you think you make?
I don't know.
I think ribs are the best thing you make.
I don't really have that. I don't think my cooking's really that good, to be honest with you. But
Them ribs.
I think anything on, if it's on a good seasoned smoker, it doesn't matter as long as you don't overcook it. It's gonna taste good. Doesn't matter who cooks it. It really don't.
Can you overcook something pretty quick?
Absolutely. Yeah, that's when it tastes like shit.
Or you get like where were we at when we had that? What is that stuff called? Is it jambalaya or whatever? When we were in New Orleans?
I didn't eat none of it. Y'all
Dude,
did.
is that what that's called?
Yeah.
Is it jumbo? What's the other one? There's
Gumbo.
Gumbo and
Jambalaya.
So which one? I think it was jambalaya.
Yeah, you had jambalaya.
Dude, this dude brought over this bowl about how good this food is or whatever. Dude, and there was it was me,
There
Brian,
were several
Tony.
people that ate it though.
There was about Kyle. So we took one bite. And I was straight honest with the guy. It was so he puts a little bit of heat in some of his stuff and it tastes good. This stuff was like nuclear.
That's how they eat it down there, man.
No. Like I told the guy, I said, bro, there's no taste to this. It's straight hot. That's all it is. I couldn't feel my tongue. I couldn't nothing. I took one bite. I told the dude, I said, bro, I'm good. Brian threw his bowl away. Tony, Fort Chains threw his bowl away. Kyle, it was that. And then homeboy come. It was your boy out of Texas. I love him to death, but Dad's already told him he's never allowed to cook on our smoker again.
Yeah, he fucked my grill all up.
Dude, we opened it up at it.
One day. Dude, he wanted to cook all the meat, and
Was that the one that brought some meat that one time?
He brought his sauces.
Dude, he got sauces and he slapped sauce all over that shit inside my grill. And I've never put sauce on anything in my grill. All I have is a dry rub. You know what I'm saying? Never no sauce, just season. That's it. Dude, I had fucking sauce caked up all. Man, we had to pressure wash it out. It was so bad.
It was bad.
I said, bitch, you ain't never cooking on my grill again, ever.
Dude got demoted. Listen, Mike, it was so sticky. You know how you opened up the handle? He couldn't even open it up. It was just glued together.
Stuck.
It was stuck together. And I told Dad, I said, this is your buddy. I said, you wanted him to cook. And then he come back for the next race. Dad said, nah, man, you go ahead and eat our stuff. You can't cook no more.
I'll tell you who does cook good does Jorge.
Yeah, out of Texas.
Dude, that dude can straight up cook. Were you there? You weren't there, Mike.
I wasn't there this
Oh,
year.
my God, dude. He's got these little grills.
I seen them.
They're badass.
Bro,
We're going to work with them and we're going to start selling them.
Everything that he cooked, though,
Yeah,
I'm not
came out
kidding you.
good.
It was off the chain good. The only thing I didn't care for his ribs, and that I did tell him because he puts like a lemon on them or something, and it wasn't. I don't know. They didn't have a real good bark on them for me, and then they had like a lemon taste, and shit.
I can't eat nobody else's ribs. I mean, and say they're good after eating.
He cooks good ribs. I ain't
Your
gonna lie.
ribs are
The
by
seasoning,
far,
and then I don't know what it is he puts on them, but it's it's got like a honey, but it's got like a crunch to it. I don't know what it is.
by far the best.
Like
ribs
on top
I've
of it, so
ever
it's
ate.
good. Yeah, man, food's good, and we eat good whenever we're at the racetrack. One guy was asking about your boots. He said he's seen you make a lot of posts about your boots, and which ones did you end up going with?
I got a new pair on right now. I done bought another pair
Well, what's the
because
name?
I'm getting them broken. Thorough good.
So so that's the one he announced.
I've wore these for 3 days.
What is
now.
it? Thorough good?
Thorough good. Yep. THOROGOOD.
OD.
Yeah.
And so, how many of those do you have now?
I had 3 pairs. I'm done buying them. I mean, I always like to have a backup pair because I get wet or
How long does it take to break them in?
There was no break-in period on this one. This boot right here is the 4200 model. There was absolutely no break-in period on this. Now the other one I got, the first one I got, it's I think it's a 4300 model. It's the same boot, but it was different leather. This leather is much softer than the other one I got. The other one, about 3 days in, I could feel that bitch. But then after that, it broke in. And then I bought another pair, which is a different kind of leather again. They fit a little differently, but...
What was those pairs that you sent off to Dwayne?
Brunt. Dude, them fucking things are like some fucking Walmart boots or something, man. I swear that I bought those. Everybody told me all there is.
I can't believe you did your boy Dwayne like that.
Hey, listen.
What happened?
Well,
Explain. Tell us
They
that.
were free.
I know,
but
I mean,
man.
He called Dad
They were
up. He's all gimped up.
Hey, they were $160 boots. I'd already broke them in, but I just didn't like how they fell on my feet. Honestly, you ever wore a shoe that it just feels cheap? Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I'm on my feet all the time, and I'm 325 pounds. I like a good boot.
How long do you think this boot will last, though?
I bet you they'll go 2 years. This is a good boot, man. I'm not gonna lie.
How much is that boot?
Oh, you remember Art that worked with us?
Yeah.
So that's what he wore, and he always told me to get a pair. But I was so stuck with Red Wing because I've wore Red Wings for 30 plus years, and
They just went downhill.
man, they started. I couldn't find a pair that was comfortable. I got 4 pairs of Red Wings in the house there, no bullshit, $300 pair of boots, and there's only one of those 4 pairs that I was wearing because they just didn't feel comfortable. And even that one, ever since I got the Thoroughbreds, the one pair of Red Wings that I've been wearing, I don't even wear them anymore. They're just fucking sitting on the side. I mean, I'm done with Red Wing. I've had enough of those boots.
So this is gonna be your new boot right here.
That's what I'm wearing, man. I got 3 pairs of them.
What do you wear, Mike?
Happy with all 3 pairs.
Red Wing,
Red Wing?
416 model.
Have you tried these yet?
But
No.
Are you going to?
So he wears
No.
the model. He wears the model like I used to wear the 952 model, and he wears the 416. That model's those are different models, and they're different. Those boots would be if I wore those models again, I would be fine with Red Wing. But I started wearing these ones with the no heel and the soft shoe. So I started wearing them in Red Wings, and they just couldn't get them right, man. So,
I didn't. I just bought a pair a couple months ago, 3 months ago, and dude, they never even knew the difference that I.
that 952, that thing just fucked me up, man. I ain't
That's
gonna
because y'all just got too much money. See, I had to go to Walmart and get water boots.
lie. Yeah.
That's all I could wear, all I could afford.
Yeah, and then I remember you throwing them in the trash can because you said I don't need these no more.
Done. When I left, I threw my boots away.
Hard hat,
Hard hat, vest, and all.
No, you didn't, because
did.
I saw him with Jan yesterday when he was weeding.
No,
How about-
that's whose boots are those? No, those are my work boots. Those are like fucking swamp rain boots or whatever. But
his work boots. He told me, he said
I threw them bitches away.
I junked them. I'm not needing those no more.
I'm done.
You had a pair of Red Wings.
I did. Yeah, they got tossed too.
You better not have.
Shit, them bitches sucked.
Anyways, I called Dwayne. I was like, "Hey, man."
And I can't.
I said, "How them boots doing?" He goes, "Man, them motherfuckers got me so crippled up right now. I can't even fucking walk."
Did he wear them again at all or
I
no?
don't know. I said, "Man, but I already had them broke in. Hell, I done wore them. I left them in the rig just to wear at the racetrack, but I done broke them things in."
Well, I'm glad you got a good boot now.
Yeah.
Fix that carpet real quick. There you go. All right, we'll do one more question before we move on to our next deal. This guy asked, is it frustrating working with family or side by side with your kids?
No, not really. I mean, we have our disagreements, but we work through them. But yeah, no, I mean, I would rather work with you and Tyler than work with anybody else. I mean, and actually, it's easier for me to work with y'all because for the most part, when y'all ain't acting like dumbasses, you guys think like I think, so it makes it easier when we're trying to get shit done. So, yeah, no, I'm good. I would rather work with y'all than anybody else.
We get shit done, that's why.
Getting after it.
He can yell at us. We continue to come back.
I get it first though. He practices on me because y'all get him so mad he don't want to go out there and talk to you because he wants to kill y'all. So he practices on me. Can you believe what these
Motherfuckers want to play too much, man.
That's what I tell Tyler all the time. I said, when you screw up or you do something, I take all the heat for it because he's so mad when I talk to him. And by the time he gets to you guys, he's already calmed down.
Yeah. No, I think it's good. I mean, it's hard.
I just couldn't find a hitch the other day and got both these motherfuckers calling me, asking me what I did with the hitch, knowing goddamn well I didn't do nothing.
Hey, they called me too, and I said, I ain't got your hitch.
Had to call him back.
I gotta take this.
Who is it?
Hey, John.
Hey, Corey, Freightliner is ready for road test.
Okay, I'll call Tyler right now.
Thank you.
All right, bye. That's not good. They started on the KW first.
All right. Well,
I gotta call Tyler real quick. Business, buddy.
The KW was still they were still working on it. They did that one
That's what I'm
beside me.
saying, though. The KW they did first.
I know, but the other guy finished first.
Oh. Hey, buddy, they want you to go road test that Freightliner. All right, and then they're fixing to be done with the KW. They want to road test that before they leave. All right, thank you. Bye.
Roll call.
I was waiting for Tyler to say,
Yeah.
"Where are you at?" I was waiting for it.
Hey, dude, he cracks
If
me
I'd
up.
have told him I'm in here doing a podcast, he said, "Fuck that! Get out there and drive that truck."
Hey, so Pops thought he had some time off the other day, and he went out there and he said, "Hey, Tyler, I'll be around if you need me to do something." Tyler said, "Yeah, go to Orlando, get a roll of that orange hose, then go down to Q's and get." And Dad said, "I ain't doing all that." Yeah, I come back by the next day. He went and did all that shit.
Tyler runs it around here. I ain't gonna lie. Tyler's done a lot better. He's grown up a lot. And he's been able to take a lot of stuff on. And he kind of runs everything now. He's got great guys that work with him.
Yeah.
He gets on their ass though. He tells them hell the other day he got on one of their ass because their pipes were dirty, and I guess contractor called Tyler. Tyler was hot. I come outside shop. I didn't know exactly who he was on getting it with or whatever, and I was over there, and he said, "Man, if I can do it, you can do it." And he goes, "If not, I'll find somebody that will do it." And just going at him. And but it makes them better and want to get the job done. Because like Tyler said, I don't want to go back there and do it. And I know you don't want to go back there and do it. But if you just do it right the first time, you'd be all right.
You got to take pride in what you do. That's all there is to it. If you take pride in what you do a good job.
So Tyler's definitely he's definitely stepped up and
sure.
doing good. And he kind of handles everything, especially like when we're going traveling and racing and all that. Man, we're going to get into it. This is we're going to go ahead and push on. And we wanted to talk about this last week, but I said, no, we're going to save it for this week. And I went in and got some screenshots, and I'll read the stuff to you. But there is a little bit of drama in NPK.
It's not drama. It's just a little bit of heat. That's all.
Yeah.
People call it drama. That's not drama. That's just a little heat. That's all.
I think it's good.
Yeah,
I think it's another rivalry.
Good. It is.
They
It's
need it.
absolutely good for
It's
it.
another rivalry. I know I did see one, hop on there talking about, we can handle it when we see each other, but I don't think you want to go down that road because
I didn't see that. Who said
yeah,
that?
there was another. We'll get into it here in a minute, but Damon, y'all know Damon. Dad
Marshall.
likes Damon.
That's my boy.
He's all right.
Shout out Damon.
So that I'm just gonna go ahead and let everybody know that you can go watch old videos, but Damon was a fighter.
Oh, really?
Damon used to fight MMA that's why when people get on there and talk shit about Damon, I love when Damon get on there. Just come on over. You ever seen Homeboy with the cauliflower ear? Go check Damon out. I am waiting for the day that somebody rolls up on this guy because he's all about it. He tells I left that life behind, but I can come back out. He is serious. But we're gonna read some of these screenshots real quick. But Dad's the one that seen it on Facebook, and he called me, and I didn't know nothing about it at the time.
They were going at it.
They were going at it on one of the forums.
They were airing the dirty laundry.
So it was between Damon and Nate Saylor.
Nate Saylor, yeah.
And listen, both of them are great racers, great guys. They finished up top. I think Damon's number 1, and Nate, I believe, finished number 3. He may be number 2, maybe number 3. I don't know. There are 2 rookies coming in, doing their deal and all that. But it was definitely some controversy deal going on, and it was underneath one of their posts. So let me see where I could find it real quick. Basically, they were talking about, who has the most money or whatever racing.
No, that's not what happened, though. That's not how it started. Nate posted a picture of a semi-hauler looking for a semi-hauler.
Oh, yeah.
So then Damon made a comment to someone else. Wasn't to Nate, but about he said something.
Okay, so I don't have that on my screenshot.
I read that too.
Yeah.
I did see
Yeah,
that.
so it said, here's where it's he goes, so Nate hopped in. They went back and forth a little bit, and then this is when Nate kind of started off and said, "You're so full of shit, Damon. I don't think you even recognize it anymore. I had all this before NPK. I bought it new in 21. If it weren't for guys like me, as you like to put it, you wouldn't have had a transmission in your car the next day or one delivered free from my guys. You crack me up. Preach about being humble. No humble person I know dubs themselves the people's champ. I guess maybe Damon's been calling himself the people's champ. I'm not sure.
He's rolling with it.
He's rolling with it. Hey, he's done a great job.
Yeah.
He did. He killed it.
He did amazing this year. He's won a lot of races. He finished first. This is the first year NPK where basically finishing first didn't get you nothing. He didn't get no money.
Goose egg.
He didn't get no trophy, no plaque, no nothing. So I do feel bad for him on that end because he did bust his ass to get to number one. But so he goes, no humble person I know dubs himself the people's champ and rookie of the year when clearly you didn't get it because you didn't earn it.
Damn.
I waited to see what the stats said and took my award that was given to me. Damon come back on there and said, no. Well, if that's the case and you want to go down that road, let's jump right into it. You're a used car salesman.
Damn.
For a living. You live your life like one, lying and telling people that they want what they want to hear till you are done with them, and then you move on to the next person. You did offer it, but I never took your transmission. Guys like you that don't know how to take a converter apart or how to read a tranny ratio or any kind of data, so you come and get guys like me and Craig, my crew chief, to try to dumb it down for you.
Wow.
I never done myself or gave myself a pat on the back, but I know you see that, and that's what has you so flustered, and that you ain't getting the recognition that you want. So, where's he at? Nate Saylor said, "You are so humble. Preach it, bro. Say it enough times, people might believe you. What a stud you are." Mm-hmm. Was my transmission in your car? I don't pretend to be a tuner or mechanic. Never said I was. In fact, I think I said I don't know shit about racing. That's why I hired the right people to handle that stuff. I couldn't give a shit less what you or anyone else thinks. Craig was over trying to buy a coach from me, but said you two together couldn't afford it. But yet you look down your nose at a car salesman because I make a better living than you. Grow up. Jealousy is the root of all evil, Damon, and there is nothing you have or have done that I'm jealous of. You and Craig are both snakes in my trailer with my Throww charger when no one was around messing with it. So I guess maybe they had some deal.
I'm telling you, there's a lot of heat went on
Dude,
right here.
then they said, and then they told him, he put on the last deal, he goes, and then y'all told me to put the bigger Pro Charger on because everybody's running to cheat and nobody would know. So he goes, I'm not that type of person. So they just kept going at it. And it was getting pretty heated. But when I seen that, I was like, man, it's gonna be a good rivalry for next year for season 7 NPK. I did see a little clip where it looked like, Nate's crew got into it with John Odom's crew down there at the other end. And they all jumped out the golf cart, got on John and Jim's guys and was pushing them around and shit.
Really?
So, yeah, this happened. I guess there was some deal about, they got burned down, or they felt like they got burned down.
Is that when John beat Nate or something? Because I remember he was showing on the video.
And then John put a video out on Facebook saying that he beat him. And supposedly Nate, blew a transmission or something. I don't know. It's always something. But, that whole deal. So when they got to the other end, they all got out of the car and the guy showed up and they were pushing people around and all that. So I'm just wondering if they're going to do the same thing and try to go push Damon and them around, and we'll see how that all plays out.
That might not be good.
Yeah. So they're both fast racers. I'm not going to lie, but I mean, out of them two, who do you think is going to win the most?
It depends, it depends on what they do with the rules next year. The F4 136 proved to be the way to go for all the Pro Charger guys because they got extremely fast.
No, they said that it's no faster.
Well, nah, they all got extremely fast. It isn't a coincidence how hard the Pro Chargers come charging. Once that F4 136, everybody got their hands on it. So just have to see how the rules weigh out next year. I mean, Damon's car, he runs a Chevrolet-based motor, so I think he gets a 100-pound weight rank, and he's taking advantage of the way the rules are written. That car runs really hard down low through the middle. It probably runs as good as Ryan's car, if you know the truth about it. It's not going to run out the back same as Ryan's car, but it runs hard down low through the middle.
Does he run? That's not a Hemi style head though. He
no
runs MBE.
Yeah.
That's a badass head.
Yeah.
I was reading
Well,
about
but you know, I know they call it a dump truck motor, but that's a really good motor in that car.
yeah.
That's not no bullshit.
They said,
man.
yeah, they said that's a high dollar.
That's
motor.
a high dollar motor. But it don't matter. It's whatever it is. I mean, they got it figured out. It runs great, runs good.
Stays together.
And Damon will tell you, he runs really strong through the middle. He just don't run out the back like the rest of the guys. So where he outdoes people up front, some of them may outdo him out the back. You know?
And he goes down almost everywhere.
Yeah.
And I think the reason why is because of the
lighter.
weight. Doesn't have to,
easier.
don't have to move a lot of
It's
weight.
easier to move a lighter car. And Damon's a really good driver too. He's very consistent, as well as Nate is. Nate runs hard. He drives good. They run that car hard. Lee White tunes it, and you know, I see that car carrying the wheels out there 300 or 400 foot, man, just getting crazy out there. And Nate drives the wheels off that thing. So they're both really good racers. We'll just have to see what happens next year. Nate, I heard, was coming with a screw blower.
He told me he was coming.
Damon still probably will run the Pro
He
Charger.
said he's coming to show everybody how a screw blower runs.
He may very well do it. I mean, it is what it is.
So there's a lot of people switching over to a screw. There's a lot of people that hit me up because, you know, I own 4 of them. I said, I'll just rent them out to you. Not a big deal. I ain't going to sell them, but you can rent them.
Yeah.
I'll rent anything. So it'll be.
We'll just have to make sure when we start the season next year, make sure everybody don't get amnesia and forget about that little rivalry. We'll just stir the pot a little bit.
Oh, definitely. That's going to be a good one right there. I ain't going to lie. It's going to be intense.
There was a while that rivalry was with Jim and Damon. Remember
Yeah.
when that was going? And it kind of died off.
Well, I'm going to be honest with you. I think it kind of died off when Damon beat John by like 3 car lengths.
Yeah.
And then Jim said that he had an issue whenever he ran against Damon. He may have, I don't know. But Damon pulled off a win against Jim.
And he's on him.
And
On the
it was,
internet.
that's the worst thing. When you, listen, I love Jim and them, but when you talk shit and then you get beat, it's the worst thing. There's nothing else you can say at the point.
It happens though, man.
And
Damon
was messing with him, saying, "Here, I'll send you some of these big block Chevrolet rods and stuff."
So that's the deal and all that. But
Dude, I love Damon, man. I do. That motherfucker's funny as fuck.
But I think
man.
they're all good now. Like, I mean, Jim and Damon, they all talk,
Yeah.
and that's where that's why, like, I even talked to Damon because there's a few people. I guess he done found out this year that he calls our snakes, and I told him, I said, you're gonna have that. I've been running for 3 years, and I've learned to stay to myself and try to help grow my brand and keep moving forward.
Small.
Keep your circle small, and not everybody's here to help you.
That's right.
And that's one thing that he had to learn. Even, you know, finishing first, there was a lot of people that was mad that he was up there. I don't. I think it's badass that he did.
earned it.
He
Yeah,
earned
they
that
can be
deal.
mad all
And
they
then,
want.
you
He
know,
raced his ass
we were at
off.
the PRI booth, and his car was in, you know, the booth, and there was a lot of people that were supposedly upset with that because it was his first year in and blah, blah, blah. And like I told him, I said, dude, you can't let that shit bother you. He goes, he goes, you're not here for them. I guarantee you that. I said, at any given point, they will throw you under the bus and to do anything to help financially gain themselves.
Yep.
Yeah.
I said, so you got to do what you got to do. And I think that's where he was, you know, he talked shit and he had fun with it, but he was, you know, he was trying to kind of lenient on what he did. And I just told him, I said, dude, it's all a fun game. Like, even like for me, I talk a lot of shit and have fun with everybody. When people try to get serious with it, then it's not fun for me no more. And then I, you know, okay, I don't need to mess with you no more because you're not going to make it fun.
I think Damon's great for it because Damon's the type of guy that he can talk a little shit and roll off his back. Now, Nate, on the other hand, I like Nate, but Nate
gets salty.
He gets wound up, man. Yeah, he gets a little salty.
Nate gets salty, and it's just...
So, Nate, now, he gets a little fucking wound up now. You got to watch him. But I think it's great, dude.
You think we should call him on the phone?
Yeah.
Let's call
Which
Nate.
one you call him?
I want to call Nate first. Oh, man. This is going to be good right here, guys. We'll see if he answers.
Your call has been forwarded.
Damn.
He just texted me. He said, I'm on the phone. I'll call you right back.
So, are you selling a fucking car or what?
All right, let's see. Let's see if Damon will answer real quick. Oh. I might go 0 for 2.
Wouldn't be the first time.
We've been doing good here lately.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
About to cook some steaks.
My boy.
Hey, we're on a podcast right now. We're calling you.
Oh, yeah?
Oh yeah. Can you hear us good?
Yeah, not bad.
All right. We seen
Who the hell yacked off in the background? But
that's my dad.
Tell Damon he's my partner.
Dad said that he's your number one fan.
Big head country.
That's it.
All right.
He's number one fan.
Did he say big head?
Big head country.
Country fan, too, so.
Hey man, we got to talk about something. Me and Dad seen something on the internet, and we just wanted to get your outlook of it.
What you got?
We seen old you and Nate Saylor going at it on Facebook.
Oh, yeah.
What was that all about?
Yeah. I think it might be just one of them deals where just two new bulls coming into the arena and trying to establish dominance, I guess you could say. So
Did you get it all figured out?
I don't know. I never talked to him, so I just think
Me and Dad think it's gonna be a good rivalry. I mean, I want to see y'all grudge race at the first event of season 7.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna be disappointed in you if you don't.
Hey,
you don't
ask
call
him
him
whatever
out.
happened to the rivalry with him and Jim, because it was all wound up and then it just went away.
No test hit kind of deal.
No, you can test hit, do whatever you want to do. But Dad wants to know what happened with the rivalry between you and Jim Howe. It was like, it was big there for a while, and then it kind of just died out.
I think he came to his senses. He promised all this shit was going to happen, and it didn't, and the fans didn't see nothing happening. So
Did you and John ever race?
John,
Odom.
yeah, I fucked him up in Tulsa,
Hey, he fucked Nate up.
and then I fucked his car up in Epping with Jim driving it, so you can't use that as an excuse.
Did you ever run Jim?
Yeah, he beat Jim.
Yeah, that one didn't go my way though. We was having a bunch of tranny problems, which I hate making excuses, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
But didn't he beat Jim?
Yeah, and then I raced him in Las Vegas. Yeah, so we were 1-1. So
Okay.
Yeah.
he blew. He said he had trouble.
He blew the transmission or something. in his-
Clean race that we needed, but
Hell yeah.
you know.
Damn, Nate's calling me up right now.
Hey, click him to voicemail.
We'll call Nate back in a minute. But yeah, I'm gonna need to see a grudge race between y'all. First race, season 7.
Damon said, "Let's just show up, drop the door on the trailer, and go straight off the fucking ramps."
Yeah, we can make it happen. I like off the trailer kind of a deal.
Yeah, that's getting her done right there.
Did you ever give that man his transmission back?
Yeah. I test fitted in my car, didn't need it, and took it out and gave it right back to him.
Hell yeah. Well, that's a good
My
deal.
story.
What about the cheated up? Trying to convince Nate to run the cheated up blower.
Yeah, man. Did you really try to convince him to run the cheated up blower?
No. He said that was my crew guy, but then he said something about his being in his trailer. But I think it was his boy Dan or something.
We were just trying to get down to the bottom of this for everybody.
I'm kind of confused myself, so I kind of stick to my own shit and run my own stuff.
Well, you did good, man. You finished out the year in first place. That's good for your first year. It's great for your first year.
Great, you did an awesome job.
Thanks.
What sucks about it is though now, you're in first, so like you're gonna have to be in first next year. Like you can't
That target on my back.
you can't go backwards.
Yeah, Ryan's not gonna have that.
I got a few changes I want to make. We'll see if we can stay up there. But
Ryan said
I'm
Ryan said he's not allowing that again. He allowed you to come in this year.
Yeah, I bet he didn't like it either. Yeah, I've raced around Ryan quite a bit, so I kind of know that.
I don't think the 405 liked you coming in because you're part of the 405 guys and you came in and just fucked them all up.
Him and Sean were the two that kind of jumped out of nowhere and ran good.
Yeah. So
It's like, I kind of felt that way too. But
all right, well we'll finish this podcast off. We need to get you to come out here. We'll do a video with you.
I'll make a Florida trip.
All right, I'll let you know.
All right, bro.
All right, bye.
See you down. He's cool, man.
No, I like David. He's a
Yeah,
good guy.
I like it a lot.
Do you think Nate?
Your mom kept saying the whole time, It's like, he's too cocky. I said, man, he's not cocky. He's just confident, baby. Nothing wrong with that.
Do you think Nate's gonna be just as nice?
Yo,
What you doing, dog?
working, selling shit.
Hell yeah.
Selling used cars.
So you a used fucking car salesman.
Yep, just a used car salesman, bro.
Hey man, we're on a podcast right now. We're on Swan Talk, and we just got off the phone with Damon, and we said, you know what? It's the only way we can do this the right way is to call up Nate, because we did see some shit go down on Facebook. Me and my dad did, and we just wanted to know if there's going to be a little bit of rivalry between y'all two. And I mean, in my opinion, I feel like y'all should grudge race the first event of season 7.
I don't give a shit.
That's what Damon said.
That's what Damon said.
Damon said we can drop the door and go straight off the
and I
fucking
will
trailer.
fuck Nate up.
Yeah, As long as he ain't jumping, we're good. I ain't worried.
He
about
said,
it.
I fucked that boy up all year long. What
Nah.
makes you think I ain't going to fuck him up 2024?
He was on it pretty
He
hard.
said, just look at where we finished at. That's all you need to know.
If we leave on a same light and somebody isn't guessing the light, he can't fucking run with me.
He said he finished first though, so you're gonna have to respect him.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. I finished second, and I went to Phoenix and went in the finals. Did he go? How did he do in Phoenix?
Damn.
Oh, that's right.
He said he didn't have to go no further. He already finished first.
What you said?
He said he didn't have to go no further. He already finished first.
Yeah. Hey, there you go.
But no, we were
I'm
just
not trying to take nothing away from him at all, dude. Nothing.
no.
Like if you notice, I didn't post nothing about being rookie of the year or thinking I deserve this or that. Like I just didn't.
It's because Damon said you don't
Figure
deserve
it
it.
out and name who they wanted to name.
Yeah. Well, we just wanted to know. We were reading through Facebook and we seen all that, and we just
Hey, so ask him what happened between his crew guys and John's crew guys down there at the end or
I
something.
can't hear him, dude.
he wants to know what happened between your crew guys. He's seen a video. It was your crew guys, and I think it was John Odom's crew guys. There was a
Oh no, it's me and John Odom's guy.
ah.
Nate got on his ass.
Okay, so I remember seeing a video, and I didn't know exactly what happened.
Yeah, so what happened is on the starting line, that's when we grudged. This is why I don't do grudge races for $500 off the trailer when I'm in the grade 8. I need to just focus on that, not worry about that stupid shit.
Uh-huh.
But what we ended up doing was, I had won the weekend before,
Yep.
and so Odom, of course, got a hold of me and wants to race me, and he ain't never been in front of my car ever. So I was like, why not, And so we raced for $500. Well, we were going through the burnout box, and my fuel tech, I had started the car too fast, and my fuel tech screen didn't come on. So it was just saying FT600. Well, it won't log the run.
Agree.
So it did me absolutely zero good to make a pass on a test hit for the grade 8 if I didn't reset it. So I shut the car off after the burnout and reset it, and I was waiting for it to come up, and it finally came up, and I started the car. Well, in the meantime, his crew guy was pissed off, and John, my guys, told his guys, hey, we need 2 minutes or whatever it was going to take, and John's like, no problem, I'll wait. And John actually said, no problem, I'll wait. And so we started the car up, and I went in the beams and broke the transmission, and he beat me. So as soon as we leave, his guy's like, fuck Nate Saylor, fuck his crew guys, fucking pieces of shit, blah, blah, blah. And so he's saying that to my guys.
Yeah.
Well, dude, my guys leave their family every weekend, just like yours, to come help me chase my dreams and my aspirations. And I'm not going to let anybody treat my crew guys like shit. I don't give a fuck what the situation is. I don't care how big they are. I don't give a shit.
Dude, John's like 2 foot taller than Nate.
We got to the other end, and I get out of the car, and my crew guy, I go over and pay Odom like I have my money in the car. You know me. You don't have to chase me for my money. I have my money in the car. I gave it to him. And I started walking away, and my crew guy comes up, and he's like, oh, this is what happened at the starting line. So I start walking over there, and I'm like, you got a fucking problem with my guys? And he's like, fuck yeah, I got a problem. He started running his mouth, so I just walked through him. I wasn't going to hit him or nothing because I didn't want to fucking get arrested or anything, but I just walked through him, and then he didn't like that. So
What's walk through him mean?
I just wasn't going to have somebody fucking trying to bully my...
What do you mean by walk? What's walk through mean?
Shove.
I just
You just shoved him?
right in front of me. I just kept walking.
Hell yeah. So you and John were good then.
Oh
Yeah, John came over and he's like, man, I'm so sorry.
So that's why he put that video up on Facebook. There was a video of like him, grudge racing or something, or a photo or some shit. I remember seeing that. He said he gapped you.
Yeah. Oh, he did, dude. I broke shit. I think Lee told me I broke like 1.8 into the run or something like that. So I coasted through the finish line. But
what he break anyway?
No doubt about it.
Dad wants to know what you broke.
Transmission. I don't know what actually broke. We sent the transmission back to M&M. That's how it got in this whole deal with Damon.
Oh, because your other transmission was in Damon's car. No.
So what happened is I had 2 spares, and we grabbed 1 spare, and M&M had screwed up and I sent a 177, 136 in to get switched over so that all 3 of my transmission matched 159, 126. Well, they refreshened it and sent it back with a 177 in it. Well, we didn't know that. It didn't have the slip in the box. They had taken the box out. We were trying to thrash between rounds. This is when I had to race Kai first round for grade 8. And so we didn't know. I just grabbed a transmission and started slamming it in the car. Well, we get it done, and it leaves like a mother trucker. We missed the first round of grade 8. It leaves like a mother trucker, and it's like, holy shit, why is it so aggressive?
Had all that ratio in it.
Yeah, I sent it to Lee, and Lee's like, dude, I don't know what just changed, but this thing's fucked up. Like, something's wrong. Yeah. Well, in the meantime, Damon had fucked up his transmission. This is when he rolled through the beams.
Yep.
And so I gave him my other spare, which was a reel of 159, 126, which is what he needed and I needed, and he put it in his car. Well, he didn't end up making a hit. He tested the brake on it, and there ended up being some wiring problems with his car or something. So he ended up taking it back out and giving it back to me, but... yeah, that's how that whole deal happened.
Is that when Damon taught him how to read the ratios?
Yeah, is that where Damon taught you how to read the ratios? I see that part.
There is a slip inside of it, and none of us looked at it. I paid to have it.
He said he had to dumb it down.
Said he had to dumb it down for you.
Yeah, I read that.
Yeah. Well, that's a good thing. I think it's going to be a good rivalry.
You guys know me well enough to know that I don't claim to be nothing I'm not. I'm no fucking tuner. I'm no scientist. If I didn't have ProLine as a program, I wouldn't be doing half of what I'm doing. I'll just be honest about it. I wouldn't, because I don't know what y'all know, and that's why I don't have the time to go.
Hey, but I tell people all the time, it don't matter how you get it done, as long as you get it done.
They said, I'm just going to sell some cars.
They said, I'm just a fucking used car salesman. That's it.
I'll see you at the next round.
Just a used car salesman.
Yeah, see you at the next fucking race.
I don't mind working for a living.
That's it. Well, that's a good thing. But, I appreciate you. We're doing this new podcast deal every Thursday, and we need to get you to come on board.
We're going to call the good drivers.
Yeah, we're calling drivers around, just talking with them. But we need to get you to come down here to Florida. You need to make a Florida trip.
I was just there, bro.
You didn't hit me up.
I did too. I called you and said I'm in Florida.
Oh, he did. He was in Orlando.
What was he doing there?
He was business meeting or something.
I met a sponsor, and then I bought that semi while I was there. So.
And used car salesman's just out here buying everybody's rigs.
That's what got him in trouble.
Yeah.
He posted that semi.
Posted that semi.
Damon got on that ass.
Damon said, you better respect his authority.
Just a used car salesman, bro. That's it.
So, all right, buddy. Well, we're going to continue on with this deal. We'll get you to come on here one of these days.
All right, bro.
All right. Good, man. Bye. Man, that was a lot of good information right there. Me and Dad are on the same page.
Don't talk about it though. You know what I know.
Yeah.
And you know what was being told. You see there that.
That's what I said.
You know what I know.
Gotta learn to just do our own shit.
That's right.
But
it makes me want to go back the other direction and go hit it one more time. No.
Don't eat all that stater. But good thing about it, guys, we were able to get both of them on there. Like I said, I hope the rivalry is big between them two. I think it'll be good.
Think it will be.
Me and John had a good rivalry in season 5. I'm sorry. We took about $50,000 from him, so we'll see if them guys grudge race. And I think next year, going back to the individual deal, I think you're going to see some of these rivalries back, and that's the good thing about it, because this year with the teams deal, it just made everybody too friendly, in my opinion. There was no grudge racing. There was nobody wanting to, go out there and race the other person. So we'll see how it all plays out. And
do you know when they're going to drop the schedule?
They have it. We got an idea that they said it was going to be in January. So I'm hoping. Trust me, I want to get it down. I want to get it as soon as everybody.
When does the show start airing?
January, the first week of January. So, I want to get the schedule out. One, so I get airplane tickets bought, but then two, just get everything ready, and then we can.
Dropping the rules the same time they drop the schedule.
I don't know. That's above my pay grade, so we'll see how it plays out. I don't think the rules are going to change. I don't think they're going to change at all. I think they gave us the 98 over in Arizona, and I think they're going to leave it at that. And let's just see how it plays out.
I would have rather just stayed with the 92, and they put weight on that F4 136. That's just my opinion.
Well, a lot of these other sanctioning events, they got rid of the F4. They got rid of the F4 136.
They put a blanket on it. Says it's a 140-9, which is the 140-1. So
come up here about a mic, dog.
You can run. They just put up there. You can run the 140 if you want to run the 136. You ain't getting a weight break.
Yeah,
it's just Pro Charger does that, man. There's always something. Always, I don't care what event it is. There's always something surrounding around that Pro Charger. Yeah, it's always a fucking problem. It's because they come out with these different numbers and they want weight breaks all the time, and they get weight breaks, and then all of a sudden they're out there fucking dominating.
Yeah.
So, it's like the way I feel like is just give them the 140 and say, this is what you run. This is the weight. We got them all right there with each other. Let's race. They don't let the screw change pulleys.
Yeah, they
you
don't.
know what I'm saying? We got
whatever we got.
We got to run whatever they give us.
What so moving on from that, we're going to go ahead and, try to wrap this thing up and do, this is going to be our last video of 2023. The next video that you see, guys, will be in the new year. We'll do a little recap real quick of our 2023 season. We talked about it a little bit, but, it was a struggling one.
Rough season.
It was pretty rough.
I think we finished out the end good, though. We had we finished out on a good note, man.
We were able to at least finish in the top 10. I finished 9th.
Prenup came around, and Prenup started doing work again, and it got to where I could have confidence when I went to the starting line with it. So I pretty much felt like it was going down the track every pass. And once we got that, and once it got to where it was more drivable for you, it just like right now, I mean, we're going to go test the new car.
We need to put a flat preload and prenup before we go back out again.
We're not on those same tracks, though.
I'm talking about when we go test again.
Yeah, that track there was so glued up, it was just pushing. It wasn't spinning. You know what I'm saying? And you pretty much have to dead hook it. But, right now, Prenup, I guarantee you Prenup's a top 5 car right now, without a doubt. Yeah. It'll run top 5 with any of them right now. So, we got to do some testing with a new car, and hopefully the car is just as good. If we run into a hiccup with a new car and we don't feel like it's a top 5 car, you may have to unload a Prenup. That's all there is to it. Prenup's going to go down. I promise you that right now. Prenup's going down a dirt road.
Well, the good thing about it is
we're going to track. Prenup's going to go down any track. Another thing. I saw the post you made about renting it. Some of these guys are fucking in there fucking talking shit. Oh, you can't rent it. It's not an unproven car. Well, listen, we had an issue that went on for, 6 or 7 races? Yeah. Banging the blower. So until we found what that issue was.
And the problem we raced so much, no time to go
test. We didn't have time to test. We was racing every weekend. But here's what those guys don't understand. When they say that's not a proven car, I went back and looked at the stats. You finished 5th. You're 5th overall. And they
4th.
No. I'm saying in round wins, you're 5th. In finals, you're 4th. And in the wins in the finals, you're 4th. So how can you not say that's not a proven car? If you could take those 6 or 7 races where we had a fucking issue, and that's what you factor in of what that race team's capable of and what that car's capable of, if you factor that, then you just don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Yeah. I mean, the real deal is the stats don't lie. You're basically 4th overall best, and you haven't ran 7 seasons. There's other guys that ran 7 seasons. That are the ones in front of you have ran 6 and 7 seasons. You ran 4. That's it. So just think where we would have placed at if we hadn't have been banging. Just say we average, because before that happened, we were averaging 3 rounds. We went at least 3 rounds. Mm-hmm. So just think if we hadn't run that issue and started banging that blower, and you kept averaging 3 rounds, you would have been up there in top 2, 3. I told you at the beginning of the season, if you can go 3 rounds every race, you're going to be there at the end. You're going to be up front. And if we just go back and add those points. At 6 races, 30 points, that's 180 points. If you'd have put 180 on top of how many points did you have when you finished?
I can't remember.
400 or something? Yeah. I mean, you'd have been 580 if you'd have just those average. That's what I'm saying. People don't understand it, man. We raced so hard every week, we didn't have time to figure it out, so we had to figure it out at the track. And, we kept fucking around until we finally changed everything out in the car and it went away. But the bottom line is, I shouldn't argue with them dumbasses on the internet, but when they sit there and say it's not a proven car, that absolutely is.
Dad gets
He
it.
does. He gets hot.
I sit back. I don't even have time.
I read it. He was on that dude's ass.
I don't even have time.
but
Here,
the thing
here
is,
come
though-
Dad in there.
The thing is, though, it's absolutely a proven car. And
For sure.
Just like when we rolled the Braden, that thing was so glued up. For that car just to fucking hit and go, I mean, it's just, you can go race that car right now. You can take that car to any track and unload
The
right
problem is a lot of the people don't understand that, and they don't know it. Yeah, you know, and they talk shit.
And I'm gonna be honest with you, it takes a good car to go down that track. Like even Wade, when I went up to talk to Wade, I said, "Well, what do you think, Wade?" He goes, "Buddy, it's radio prepped. I'm just telling you right now." He goes, "I hope you can get down it." He goes, "Ain't nothing I can do about it." Shit, we went down that bitch all 3 times.
Well, Justin had got discouraged, you know, after a couple of them racing. He was like, "God, there's just this thing's a hunk of shit right now," you know, and he wasn't meaning that the car was actually a hunk of shit. It just was out of.
He's just calling it a piece of shit.
Yeah, we were out of our element
But the thing
because
is,
we
though,
hadn't been there before.
So we had the issue with banging the blower. Then we had the issue with the fucking car. Just, it wouldn't make the trip. I mean, it was either knocking the tires off, it's going left, going right. So we had some 4-link issues, some bent up shit. But once we fixed all that, got everything back squared away, like right now, you can take that bitch and fucking drop the hammer anywhere you go. It'll go. If other than that, like I could go 940 on that too over there. I mean, I didn't make no cracks at it, but I mean, it went 960 right off the trailer.
Right.
So, you know, that car right there at the end was consistently going high 930, 940, 60 foots. So, and that's where that car runs. I mean, it's a good car. Car runs good. Yeah, she's been caught on fire. She's been banged up a little bit, but it's still a great car. And it's a fast car.
Well, irregardless, I mean, my small part in the season, I was happy to see it get turned around because I was frustrated for a few weeks there. I was like, me and Justin every round changing rods, and it's just like it wasn't.
How did
fun.
you only make 109 passes? I thought you made more than that.
No, I counted them all up.
In the computer?
So we had.
Cameron said that was a lot of first rounds.
I had told him it's, you know, we'd made 109 passes. It took him more than 109 weeks to finish the car. So,
funny.
but we finally got the new Lexus. It's finally here at the shop.
It looks
it's actually
good too. That's the first time I've seen it.
Yeah,
in a
so
while.
we got some things we got to do, and we're going to go ahead and take it up to modern, get it wired, get it fixed, get everything done. I need to get a hold of Justin right now because I've been asking about my bill for the Camaro for the last couple weeks, and he still hasn't gave it to me. And I told him, I said, man, I'm starting to get a little worried because you got to watch it, man. They do great work, but
Dude, that guy's
they're smart.
he's bad, mofo.
I ain't gonna lie, but that bill get up there quick. So
I went in
I'm
with
gonna call him when I get off
I
here.
went in with a prearranged bill.
Yeah.
Pops hooked me up.
So, that's a good deal. But anyways, guys, we're gonna end this deal out. My dad's got to leave. He's got to go to Texas to pick up a equipment trailer. We're gonna be, next Thursday, 6:00. We'll be dropping again. Fridays it goes on our other platforms, Spotify, Apple, and we got a few other platforms that we're gonna be putting it on. But I want to go ahead and thank all the viewers for watching it. Thank our sponsor, Garage Belt Racing, for sponsoring this video. And we'll see y'all at the next one.
Hell yeah.
See ya.
See ya.